Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 46 of the Michael Pena Sr. Show. It's May 4th, 2018. Listen, Julia Child said, "People who love to eat are always the best people." And that goes to what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about food. And, I keep on hammering the budget this week because, again, it's the beginning of a week. And, it's important, the budget. I can't speak enough about the budget. I mean, without the budget, the way that you need to really be able to work that, everything else can be lost, okay, as far as your money planning is concerned. So work the budget. And the biggest part of the budget, and I've said it on previous shows, for us that always seem to be, hard to work because I like to eat. I mean, I can't do what Dave Ramsey says, beans and rice, rice and beans. I can't do it. I mean, we need to eat right. We need to eat correctly. I do almost 400 games a year officiating. So I need to fuel my body the right way. That's what I feel like. And Meg does a great job of cooking and helping planning the meals. So today, we're going to talk about meal planning. Because to me, that's the hardest part of the budget. Because you want to eat right, but you got to eat within a budget. Okay, and you say, well, what's a meal plan? It's a budget for your food. So we want to be able to budget for our food the correct way. So, I talked about habits yesterday, so if you haven't listened to yesterday's show, again, go on to podbean.com and you can get that whole show. But you got to create habits and good habits, and this is a great habit for your food, okay? Because listen, number one, planning a meal saves you time. I mean, when you start, when you start taking that time, and what I want you to do is first take 30 minutes at the beginning of each week, okay? 30 minutes. And then sit down and decide what you're going to have for meals for the next 7 days, all right? Again, this is part of work. This is part of creating good habits, good money habits. But, it can be part of your job. So you take 30 minutes, and then you can just decide what you're going to have for the next 7 days. All right, because I don't want you running to the grocery store every single day. That's how you spend more money than you want to spend. You're just grabbing things and there's no plan involved. Okay, we need a good plan involved. Okay, listen, number two, meal planning saves you money. Okay, get organized. You got to get yourself organized before you go to the grocery store. And, we're going to get more into that into the podcast episode, so make sure you stay with me for that, okay? Again, having a great game plan is how you're going to win the game. You can't just go into a game and say, we're going to try to win and we're going to do this. No. You got to plan. So you got to have a good food plan. And by planning, you'll get a full use of the ingredients that you buy. So you want to be able to plan correctly. Okay, and not only that, number three, meal planning saves you sanity. I mean, there's nothing worse when you got a family and everybody's running around wanting to know what to eat and you got no clue because you didn't plan correctly. And, because you plan ahead, you come to the kitchen completely prepared, and you're prepared. You're relaxed. You can invite the kids in and say, hey, help me out with this. And you know what? It's a good time maybe to put my podcast on. You can sit there and listen to me on the podcast. And you can get further detail about planning for your meals coming up on the podcast. I'm going to have a step-by-step guide to successful meal planning. So download podbean.com and listen to the rest of this by step-by-step guide to successful meal planning. Okay, Caleb Dean coming into the studio this Sunday. Catch him, Caleb Dean, model, actor. It's going to be fun. He's going to be the youngest person we've had in the studio up to date. So listen, I'm living my passion one day at a time. I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win together.